Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this sunrise. Oh, that is totally blown out. Anyways, the title of this video and the subject matter is the things I regret about this project, about my life choices in the last year. And trust me, I've heard everything I could possibly ever regret in the comment section over the last year. That's fine, that's the internet, that's what it's made for, but maybe it'll feel really good for me to get it off my chest, because there are things that I do regret, genuinely. I mean, nobody lives a completely regret-free life, except maybe Captain Mike. That guy just seems really happy all the time. But we have a lot of work to do today, and I figure maybe this would be a good chance for me to get all of that off my shoulders, share it a bit with you guys, and be a little bit more honest, and maybe I could feel a bit better about it. Alright, first one on the list, and I get this one all the time. Yes, I regret getting rid of the van. I needed the money to do this, but man, it would have been nice last winter, especially when I came aboard. There was no like water, power, light, heat. It would have been so nice to have the van parked on the shore where I could live there and work on this. Yeah, I missed the van big time. So on the list of things that I regret, I also regret dropping my wire strippers into the ocean just a second ago. And that brings up another point. I was really looking at multi-hulls. I'm happy I got a multi-hull, don't get me wrong. But I regret not looking more at monohull ferro cement boats. Now I say this because the boat in front of mine, which is a 65-foot ferro cement boat, sold for only a little bit more than I bought this boat, and that boat was pretty much ready to sail. So if you're in the market for a large, obscenely large boat, you can get these ferro cement boats. These boats are made of metal and concrete, and they are quite strong. They're also uninsurable, and they are cheap and huge. You can often get a 65-foot plus boat for well under $10,000. They are very heavy, they are very big, but they're not really that much heavier than fiberglass boats, really, of that size. So, yes, it is quite much heavier than this, and I am pretty positive I wouldn't have been able to do the fossil fuel-free goal that I'm having with this boat. But on the other hand, I would have had a large, 5-berth, maybe 6-berth, maybe 7th berth world cruising blue water sailboat for under 10 grand. That would have been pretty cool. So I think about it, but I'm happy I'm on the multi-hull game. I'm happy I'm with this boat because honestly, when it comes down to it, if I look at that boat and I look at this boat, the max hull speed on this boat and the inertia it would take to actually get that boat up to that speed is well, I just go a lot faster on this boat. And I'm sure one day when I'm sailing this thing around, that'll be a big comfort to me. But sure would have been nice to not have holes in the floor I could lose my freaking cutters in. You're just staring at me right there, 9 feet in water. Bastard. It also brings up another thing that I regret, but also don't regret. I kind of regret buying a boat that was in the water already. And on the other hand, I'm also very grateful that I can be in a place, work on a boat, and not pay any moorage fees, not pay any other fees other than just the cost of my food and my lumber and my products that I use. Yeah, I also know that had I had a little bit more money saved up or spent a little bit less on the solar setup and the batteries and everything else, I probably could have built a boat on the hard and got it done in, you know, a year instead of 2 years. So, yeah. And of course, if I had got it done in a country like Thailand or Mexico, I could have done it done a lot quicker and paid less in mortgage fees potentially. So, I don't know. Just something I've been thinking about. I want to give a huge thank you to Barry, who went a little crazy on the wish list and also got me this jigsaw. Oh my god, I can't believe I've survived this long without a nice jigsaw. This thing is amazing. Nice blades, nice jigsaw, just cuts through this plywood like butter, and I can get so in detail. I get such finer cuts than I was getting before. I'm not like new to working with jigsaws, but I've just like, I feel like I've really made a lot of this build a lot harder on myself by not buying nicest tools right away. But I wanted to save money, you know? Anyway, Barry, thank you so much for sending it out. It's awesome. Also, check out the battery bank. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Although this one's still missing its contact points. We'll get to that in a bit. So I've tested all those cells, and the capacity on some of them is higher than some other ones, but they're all kind of in that 25 to 30 amp hour range, which is still quite good. They were originally 35.5 or something like that, so it's definitely not full capacity, and they're definitely aged. But I mean, considering they've been dunked in the ocean, we're laughing, ladies and gentlemen. Man, another thing I really wish I had done was, and if you're looking to get a boat, just like go to marinas, go to islands, go become part of the scene, talk to the people. There are amazing boats out there that you can snack up that that need a little bit of work, but on the other hand, like the people who own them are not going to list them. You know? They're not going to work towards actually getting rid of them. It's just a liability for them, and they'd rather not even think about it. And that's where some awesome boats, I've heard of and seen a lot of them since I've come out here. And I never saw those on Craigslist. I never saw those on listings. But yeah, once you get out here, you see them. To close up my regret segment, what I do want to say is, although there's, you know, a lot of ways I could have done this project or I could have taken this on, this is the avenue I went, and it's not always perfect, and it's not always, you know, the smartest way, but I learned a lot so far, and I've built a significant chunk of this boat, and I've met some amazing people, and this community on YouTube has really grown, and I've become part of it, and I really don't regret doing any of this on the whole at all. It's just sometimes on the tougher days you start thinking, what if I had done this better? What if I had gone to somewhere warmer, or somewhere with better food, or got a smaller boat, or any of the other things you tell yourself when you're in the middle of a huge project that's just completely overwhelming. And I think that's normal. I think I'd probably be saying that no matter where I was. So, yeah, wouldn't change it for the world. Love this boat, love this project, most of the time. Good night, guys.